Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurul Atika Anis and I will be talking about what is inflation and what types of inflation that will be affecting students in Malaysia. So, first of all, what is an inflation? Inflation is a consistent and ongoing rise in the average or total price of goods and service within an economy. So, the value of money and inflation have an inverse connection, which means money have less value when inflation is high and rise, or vice versa. So, to put in another way, what can you buy with 10 ringgit today will be less than what it could buy you 10 years ago. So, next I will be moving of what types of inflation that are affected the students in Malaysia. So, first we have the demand pull inflation, which happen when the demands for goods and service exceed their supply. How it impact? When student housing near university can drive up rental price because of increase. When the housing near university can drive up rental price because of increase in demand. So the second types is cost push inflation. So it occurs when the cost of production for goods and service rise leads to increased price. So the impact that it gives to student is when the tuition fees may rise due to operational costs for educational institution, which make it harder for students to get a cheaper price for tuition fees. So the third type of inflation is the built-in inflation. So when worker demand greater pay, which makes company needs to raise price to compensate for the increased labor experience. So the impacts that it gives for students, especially for students who is working part-time, may experience wage increases, but this can lead to higher price for goods and service, which means the benefits of higher wage may be offset by increased cost of living and education. So, for example, when a student get a higher wage, which means the price around will be the price to buy things for students, just like stationery or print cost may be high because of the increased wages.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Hana Elida and I will continue my part, which is about discussion. Based on the first picture, we can see that the non-residents spend for their rent cost in a month. So basically, the rent cost for rent a room or house around 100 ringgit to 300 ringgit, but depend on where they stay. Second picture, we see the transportation cost that non-residents spend for their fare to go university. Some students use their own motor or car, but some students also use public transport, so they spend money for transportation around 15 ringgit in a week. Next, we move to the food that students will spend in a week. Majority respond that they will spend money on food around 15 ringgit minimum and above for a week. Maybe they craving something that pricey, so they will overspend on food. Next is how much the student will spend on entertainment. So, we know that students have a hectic schedule all over the week. Because of that, they will have entertainment to entertain them. For example, on the weekend, the student always go to shopping mall for enjoy themselves and watching a cinema and other else. From the survey, we found out that the student spend around 15 ringgit to 115 ringgit for entertainment in a week. Furthermore, what affect the student the most when inflation happen? So many of them respond they less saving and increasing monthly expense for their survive in university life, and also stress will happen. Other than that, the strategy that students use for saving are first, they want to limit their bank account and not spend on unnecessary items. In addition, save the allowance that their parents give and also calculate the budget for how much they want to spend in a week. Lastly, for the survey, most of the students know about the financial aid. They list some of the financial aid such as PTPTN, MARA, and the famous one is Zakat. Zakat is the one that university provide to give the student who really need it. That's all for me. Thank you.
So now I will discuss about suggestions on how the government can combat this problem. Based on survey, there are 8 responses to this question. The first one is give more aid incentives to students. It means giving them more money or financial can help to pay their fees, which are tuition fees and college fees. This can be in the form of scholarships, grants or loans with low interest. It also makes it easier for students to afford their education and focus on learning without worrying as much about money. The second one is give students like book voucher 200 ringgit in one semester. It means giving them voucher 200 ringgit to spend on their textbooks or other study materials, and this also can help them buy the books they need for their classes without using their own money. The third one is decreasing cost of daily need. It means government should making everyday essential like food, transportation, and housing cheaper. This can help people save money on the things they need to live. And then the fourth one is give students part-time job. The government should providing them with work they can do while studying. This can help them earn more money and gain work experience without interfering too much with their studies. Next is provide more student-friendly essential. It means offering affordable and convenient items or services that students need, like cheaper meals, transportation options, or study supplies. This also can help make their daily lives easier and less expensive. Last one is give more subsidies on food such as rice, raw materials, and many more, so that students will decrease inflation about student and will help students budget their daily spending. This means making these items more cheaper, and this can help students spend less on daily necessities and manage their budgets better, reducing the financial pressure they face. So that's all from me.
How government can solve this problem, which is a basic necessities like housing, transportation for students from low income background. This ensure that students can focus on their studies without struggling to meet their daily needs. So the second one is job opportunities and internship for students during their studies and after graduation. This not only help them financially but also enhance their employability, which is they can offset the impact of the inflation in the long term. So, facilities access to technology. Ensure students have access to affordable technology such as laptop and internet connectivity, so they can easily to join a online class. So the second point is scholarship. So expand a scholarship program and financial aid packages for students based on merit, need, or specific criteria. So this enable more students to access higher education without worrying about the rising costs. So it will give a big impact to.
Hi, so let's continue with me with some of suggestions that could improve economic performance of Malaysia. Firstly, boosting the productivity of agriculture. In this point, government needs to invest in agriculture research and technology to improve yields and quality in key sectors such as palm oil, rubber, and fisheries. Sustainable practices should be practiced to ensure the long-term productivity and environmental health of Malaysia. For the second point is expanding and developing high-tech manufacturing sector. Other than that, we also should focus on expanding high-tech manufacturing sector such as electronic, aerospace component, and medical devices. This kind of sector will be the most needed sector in the future. Hence, we are in the era of the more focus on technology instead of conventional manufacturing. For the third point is supporting small and medium enterprise, also micro enterprise in Malaysia. Furthermore, we should also support small and medium enterprise and also micro enterprise by provide targeted financial assistance, technical support, and also access to market for the SME and micro enterprise to stimulate entrepreneurship. If there are many entrepreneurship, there will be more job opportunities as well as decreasing the percentage of employment in Malaysia, which is good for increasing economic performance of Malaysia. So for the fourth point is tourism infrastructure and marketing. Moreover, one of the most sector that contributes the most to the economy of Malaysia is tourism sector. Improve tourism infrastructure in popular destinations such as Kuala Lumpur, Penang, Langkawi and Sabah. These are most highlighted destinations should be more to be focused on in the sector of tourism. It also could become a potential attraction that may contribute a huge amount of tourists to visit Malaysia. As we know, the more tourists visit our country, there will be increasing of our economy. For the last point is enhance urban public transportation network, including rail systems such as MRT, LRT, KTM, monorail and BTS. Also bus service such as bus rapid transit and many more. Those public transportations help to alleviate traffic congestion in major cities like Kuala Lumpur and facilitate easier mobility for workers and residents. Not just because the resident, but also tourists who are visit our country that are aim and usually use public transportation for them to travel. Somehow, public transportation also one of the reasons that tourists may consider before they go to travel. So it is important to improve and enhance to attract them to travel in Malaysia so that it will help and improve the economic performance of Malaysia.